It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I was scrolling around on YouTube looking for what new dropped today, and I came across Dax, A Real Man, and the title has me interested. He's been cooking on some of his drops lately, so I figured we should dive into this one. Let's see what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah, she says she wants a real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man. Realest story ever told.
Ooh, okay. First of all, his melody game has been really on point lately. But I like this because he's talking about she wants a real man and names all these different things like heart on his sleeve, but doesn't get mad at her, smiles even though times are tough, spends all of his time with her and puts his dreams to the side, but also gets a bag. And he's just saying like this person that you're building, it's not for real. Like this isn't reality. The way that you're trying to look at how a man should be or what a real man is or what you expect from a man is just not, it's not logical.
But what she wants is not for real, man. Realest story ever told. Can't have a man who's making money always home. Hard like a truck, that's why he's always on the road, providing everything you need to live the life you say you want. Can't have a man who wears his heart on a sleeve that won't rip once a while at the seams, especially if you never take the time to look into his eyes and hear him when he silently screams. Yeah,
I like that. Okay, this is okay. I like where he's getting with this song. So in reality, this is kind of true. I mean, there is balance to life, and you can work really hard and still spend time with your significant other. But sometimes, like the want is, it's like unrealistic, in the sense that it's like I want you to be with me every day. I want you to be with me so often, but I also want you to make all this money that technically would need you to be away from me for a long period of time. And wanting both things is just not that. It's just not that possible. Unless like he just happened to get lucky and he somehow just stumbled upon a whole ton of money, won the lottery, had already built up a business and it's running perfectly fine without him, and now he can come and stay at home. But there's very few people that are in a situation like that. The majority of people can work really hard and give you that lifestyle that you want, but they're not going to be around very often. Or they could be around a lot and not really be able to offer too much monetarily. Or that you find a balance, right? We're like, we're not going to have the most lavish lifestyle, we'll have the things that we need. And I also get time with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a balance, there's a trade-off with pretty much everything in life, but especially with this.
She says she wants a real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad.
We got a notice from the electric company.
In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag.
Give me 2 more days.
Yeah, she says she wants a real man.
Now, I will say there are situations where the guy is trying to provide this lavish lifestyle, thinking that that's exactly what the woman wants and that that's what he has to do to be able to keep her. When in reality, if you actually sat down and had a conversation, she may be completely understanding and more willing to give up some of that lifestyle to have more time with you. It just depends. Now, if you went into a relationship with somebody who's putting that pressure on you that they need a certain level of lifestyle, I feel like that's you done messed up, because you shouldn't be with someone like that anyway. Somebody who's that high maintenance to the point where they're like, I need you to be able to provide this, and this, like beyond what is making sense. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing wrong with providing for your family, your woman, all that kind of stuff. But there are people that ask for a crazy amount of shit. And then what happens is when you're not around a lot, they end up turning to somebody else, and you end up doing all this work for someone else to come in and break your woman's back. It's just, I mean, we've seen this happen many, many times before, but at the same time, if you're not doing enough, it also becomes a problem. So, I mean, like I said, life is a balance, and it goes on both sides, right? Like the pressure isn't only on the man. There is pressure on women to do certain things as well and keep up with certain standards at times. And I don't agree with that, but like society has kind of pushed certain standards on women where they feel like they need to look a certain way, act a certain way, you know, do certain things and so on and so forth. So like it's I don't know, it's all around kind of a interesting concept. And this isn't really the video to sit here and have an hour-long conversation about it, but I feel like we could. Like, we could talk about this and break it down from so many different angles. But I really like this approach. I think this is a great song.
But what she wants is not for real. That Disney movie that she wanted was a dream and not reality, or something that she got.
Hey, honey,
That man
almost
up on
home.
a pedestal discards him when she found out he was human and he dropped. He's not perfect,
We're really
but
backed up
he
today because we're
tries to
short-staffed.
live up to her beautiful lies.
No,
As time
it's
goes
fine.
by,
It's
you'll
fine.
realize the
We can
man
always
he
do
once
another
knew
night.
on the inside him died. Yeah, she says she wants a real man. Real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. Feels bad, yeah. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. Get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag. It's a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man. But what she wants is not for real, man. Love is patient, love is kind, can be evil and also blind. God made man, then said in life, you'll find good things when he finds his wife. So as a real man, broken and confused, struggling, not knowing what to do, he dove to the bottom of the bottle, drowned in his sorrows, and prayed one day she would rescue. By stop pointing out all his mistakes, be the
In 2
place he
years,
felt
you were
safe
doing
to
so well.
express the emotions. The world said he can't, he's the rock that she needs, but she hammers away at the love that he has, like she wants it to break despite.
Whew, this is okay. This is crazy. Okay, so he comes home. He tries to get there as quick as possible, finish his work because he had to stay late. He needed to make the money. They needed him, you know, all these different things. And so he wasn't able to take her out like they had planned and like she really wanted. So he got her some flowers, which I think he already had in the truck, and it was supposed to be for their date. So he brings it home to her. She's asleep. So he brings her to bed. But in his mind, even though she didn't say anything, and you could kind of blame him a little bit for this, for having this mindset. But again, I don't know. You know, this is obviously just a music video, so I don't know what that relationship would really be like. Like, I don't understand the complexity of it. We just see what we see in this video. But let's just say, like, she gets on him about these things, and he knows it. And so now he's like, oh my God, I messed up again. And you know what I mean? Like, she wanted this, I couldn't deliver again. I messed it up, and so on and so forth. And so he goes to the kitchen and he gets out this bottle and he starts to take some drinks. And apparently, like she said when she came in, like, you've been away from this for so long and now you're giving in, and she's going to try to give him shit for it. And I don't blame her, because I feel like, you know, if someone was an alcoholic, especially, and they were getting clean and it was something that was affecting your marriage, obviously you're not going to be very happy when you see them drinking, but it also comes from a painful place. Like, it's not just him being like, I just want to drink because I want to drink. It's because he feels like he can't maintain the balance that he needs to keep his wife happy. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse to drink, just like there's other things that happen in life that don't give you an excuse to hit somebody or to do, you know, anything that you technically shouldn't do, or go out and do heroin because life is so tough right now. Like, there's no real excuse. It's a bad choice. But at the same time, there has to be some understanding as to why that choice was made. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is putting himself through it. Like, he's trying so hard to work and provide the money that is necessary to keep her happy, but at the same time also be there for her. And he's finding that there's just not enough hours in a day. He can't do it. And that stress has driven him to be like, you know what? I just need to drink again. So this is a really interesting dynamic.
His wife. So as a real man, broken and confused, struggling, not knowing what to do, he dove to the bottom of the bottle, drowned in his sorrows, and prayed one day she would rescue. By stop pointing out all his mistakes, be the
In 2
place he
years,
felt
you were
safe
doing
to
so well.
express the emotions. The world said he can't, he's the rock that she needs, but she hammers away at the love that he has, like she wants it to break despite all of the pain. Twisted and changed, trying to become the whole picture she paints, till she woke up one day, said she's walking away, looked him dead in the face and then screamed. Yeah, she says she wants a real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man.
This is an interesting topic. Like, it really is. Now, the video is kind of why I spoke about it the way that I did, because I feel as if it's pushing me to believe that she's pushing him to do these things that he's saying. She wants a real man that does all these things, even though some of them overlap and are just not possible together. To spend all your time with her, put your dreams to the side, but also bring home a bag, which means that you have to be gone to work a lot, right? So it's led me to believe that this is the kind of relationship that they're having, that she's pushing this narrative and he's trying so hard to live up to these standards, and he's just failing at it, and it's what made him give in and start to drink again. Now, if that's not the case, and she's not pushing that, but he just in his mind feels as if he has to do all that stuff, then more of it would fall on him. Because it's like, maybe if you sat down and had a conversation with her, you'd realize that she can be understanding and that she'd rather that than you go back to drinking because you're so stressed that you feel that you can't deliver. So it just really depends, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like conversation and communication will get you everywhere, but it all depends. Like I said, is she pushing this narrative that is unattainable, like, situation that, you know what I'm saying, is just not going to be likely with like 99% of the people that you meet out there, and she's expecting that 1% of someone who just happened to figure something out, have mad money, and have all the time in the world because everybody runs their business for them and they could just go off and live their life, because there's not many that are like that, or a trust fund kid or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're looking for then. But again, I'm just going based off what this song is saying. So this was amazing. I like this. Shout out to Dax. I really enjoyed this one. I'm curious what you guys think down below. Let me know. I appreciate you. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe notification gang to know, when we drop some new things. But I'll catch you in the next one, homies.